feet, you absolutely may, and I guess we're showing it, but I do want to keep these just next to it, just in case. So you get the cream and sugar. This is $66.50 for both pieces, 3 easy payments of $22.17. It's new today as well. It is in the Neptune design. So that's how they all go together. We're talking about the mug initially that you see there. We just presented the teapot. Now we need to get our cream and sugar. I was asking you how you take your tea. You take it with proper milk.
Proper milk,
no
yes.
sugar.
No sugar.
Straight up no sugar. I love it. H210922 is your item number. $66.50 as I mentioned. 3 easy payments of $22.17. Come here and I'll share with you what we're looking at. So obviously we've got our cream here and our sugar here, and when we talk about the Neptune design, wow, this is your shell. The sugar is your big shell. This is the shell when you're walking along the beach barefoot and the sun is setting and your toes are in the sand that's just starting to cool a little bit, and you find a beautiful, magnificent shell that is perfectly done and there's no crack in it. You know when you find shells like that and you're always so excited, and it looks amazing, the color is beautiful. So this of course is going to be your sugar. You've got the gold leaf around the edges, and then this is your cream, and then each one of course has the feet on the bottom. So I'll allow Patricia McCauley, who's our expert from Belleek, having been there for 35 years, how about if you give us a tour and tell us the place of our tea set in our home? Okay,
so this beautiful tea set, the inspiration for this came from the local beaches, Bundoran and Rosnarla, where Katie used to walk along the seafront, and she loved the cardium shell, which is the main part here, and then the little periwinkles. These tended to cling to the rocks once the sea swept them in.
Okay.
And the sugar bowl, if I may, here, it has this large shell is in one mould, and then the 2 little periwinkle feet come in 2 additional moulds. And our cream jug is the same, only then the handle is added, so that's a separate mould again. So 16 pairs of hands will touch each piece of Belleek, and that's taken it right from design to mould making to the Parian shop where it's handcrafted. It then goes for firing, 24 hours at 1200 degrees centigrade. After firing, then it receives a quality control check. If it passes this, then it receives the second firing, which is for 12 hours at 1000 degrees.
Wow.
Another quality check. And if it passes this check, then the trademark is placed on the bottom of each piece.
Right.
And it's only after the trademark is put on, and here we have the little ribbon mark, because of the nature of the curve here, you can't put the large trademark on it. But that is our ribbon trademark.
And then there's initial, and I think that's a P. I think.
A P, well that will be Bridie.
Okay.
And after it receives the trademark, it then gets painted. So here we have the lovely pink shading, and then the gold, which is around the top. And it is quite difficult to get the paint into the little periwinkle, but they have to, because the actual periwinkle shell itself has a hue of pink in it, in the actual shell, and it's outlined there with the gold as well. So it then gets painted, and it receives another firing for 7 hours at 700 degrees. After that, it's another quality check. Off to the warehouse it goes, and it's wrapped, packaged, and into the box.
Okay, so just if I was keeping track, are there 3 different firings?
Yes,
there are
3 different
firings at various degrees.
That's right.
The highest, did you say 1,000?
24 hours, 1200 degrees.
1200 degrees. And just to share with you, Patricia, what happens if all this hand painting, you do all this firing, and it's not good?
It gets broken.
It gets broken. Is there a room where you break the Belleek china? I mean, what exactly happens?
Well, actually, when visitors come to the factory and they do the guided tour, we have an area out just at the quality control, and if it's not perfect, it's lined up there, and then we have this large container which is covered by Perspex. We have a big mallet in there.
Yeah.
We give you some goggles.
Yes.
And you get to smash the pieces that are not perfect.
Okay, but
that's a fun time.
That is totally fun. We were just looking at a perfect tea set. Just want to let you know that we're presenting them at different times, but this, of course, was the sugar and cream. That is an opportunity for you for 3 easy payments of $22.17. We presented earlier, just to remind you, the mug that would go with this as well, and we presented earlier, and I requested to keep it, the teapot to go as well, and this one is very, very limited already. All of these are new today. the Neptune collection. H210922 is your item number. We have a lot more coming up in this hour. We've got about 6 brand new items in this show. We do have my pick of the show, which is an amazing picture. Coming up in just a bit is this already popular, is this cross. And I mentioned earlier, I wanted to know how tall it was. And it's actually 7 3/4 of an inch. I previously misspoke, and I think my guess was about 9. It's 7 3/4 of an inch high. Absolutely gorgeous, this Cashel cross. H210920 is your item number. We're going to take a look at Belleek mold. So we've already learned that there's 3 different fire rings. Was that for one particular item, or is that how it is?
That's for everything.
That's for everything.